The third trait of a great leader, and implied by what you already heard, is fortitude. The world changes. You're executing a strategy, and boom, you get hit by something completely unexpected. You've heard about them already. We've lived through a lot of them. In my own case, 9/11. I was the only governor in charge in Washington, D.C. on 9/11. When I went to the office and sat there at 8:30, little did I know that by 9:15, the entire world, literally in the financial sense, would be up in arms, and it would fall to me and my team to figure out the answers. And so I know, we all know what it looks like to try to lead through challenging times. When you reach challenging times, the team wants to see the leader with a certain kind of fortitude. But I emphasize certain kind of fortitude because I think fortitude is maybe the most dangerous of the traits that a leader may have. Because fortitude could end up being foolhardy and just marching forward in spite of challenges, or it could be having the bravery to say, this is much more complex than I thought, let's take a breath and move differently. So here in the US, obviously, during the Vietnam War, most of you will not remember it, many of you are not from the US, but everyone knows the history. We had what was basically one of the best leaders America could have possibly had, potentially, in Lyndon Johnson, but he got trapped in a fortitude of we must continue this war down this path as opposed to listening to others. And his presidency, at least from the international standpoint, was certainly ruined. So the failure to be adept in using fortitude is a risk that leaders have to be aware of. So you need to look for, I shouldn't lecture you, I think a leader should have fortitude, but figure out how to balance that, to use a word that you heard here, so that it does not become a negative trait and it doesn't become being bullheaded as opposed to being optimistic that you can get through whatever the challenges may be.